Good to see you again.
Good morning,
How are
Matt.
you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself this morning?
I'm just fine. Just had this coffee, waking up. Appreciate you taking the time to speak with me again. First and foremost, I want to just ask your permission to use my notes from our last conversation. I want to make sure I don't miss any details of what we covered. Now, obviously, we discussed your shipping, the problems you were having with Conway and some LTL, and your team was having some issues with FedEx.
Yes.
Now, before I get into the details, I just want to summarize what we discussed to make sure I didn't miss anything that you had said or problems you wanted to solve. So LTL claims were an issue with Conway. You were spending hours on the phone, and that was a difficulty for you, as well as your employees were having a difficult time adapting to FedEx. You said that they were kind of slow adapters, and that the fact that there were separate drivers for ground and express was causing some issues, as well as whether there were packages lost or damaged. The communication was an issue, figuring out who to call. There was a lack of communication within your organization on who to contact in FedEx. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. And as well as the CFO of your company, which was who again? What was it?
Is Robert Huckville.
Robert. And Robert was looking into adapting a QuickBooks solution.
Right. We wanted a way to be able to download right from we can right now with FedEx Ship Manager. They have an application we can download into QuickBooks.
Okay, great.
And so we'd like to continue that because that has helped us a lot, even though it was a difficult, getting it started. Because like I told you, our population is very sort of slow to change and, react heartily to any kind of changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love the chance to talk with Robert about exactly what he's looking for. We have several options within our accounting department on invoicing, so that's something I can get in touch with him about and learn exactly what he wants, so I can customize it to make sure he's comfortable with our solution moving forward. So would that be okay if I?
Yeah, you could probably schedule it with me, and then I can have him be part of it.
Okay, excellent. Well, just to move forward into these solutions, I'm feeling excited. First of all, I'm confident that what I developed here for you, you're going to like, and you're going to see the value that we can bring. First off, I want to hit on the claims first.
Okay.
The hours you spend on claims with Conway, on the phone, on the customer service lines, I have two solutions for you. Now, how our Freight Manager works, we have several carrier options. On the website, it'll show you right away the max carrier liability for each shipment. So for example, if you were to go with an Estes or a Saia, it would show you up front what the max carrier liability is going to be. So if your shipments, which I know are expensive based on the glass bottles you're using, freeze.
Yeah.
I got mixed up there with the
You're
hand cream.
Sorry.
the vitamin company.
The vitamin supplements.
Okay. Go again. So like I was saying, I know that these shipments can get expensive. So what that'll allow you to see is, let's say for example, a max carrier liability is $10,000 and your shipment is worth $30,000. Obviously, if the damage occurs, you will only get paid out that $10,000 no matter what. Now, the solution to that is our very cost-effective UPS Capital Insurance. How that works is the following. From $4,000 to $13,000, the rate is a $20 flat fee. And how that also works. When a shipment is worth less than $4,000, UPS will pay you within 5 days. When it's over $4,000, you will get paid within 30 days. Now, we developed this solution because we know, as well as anyone, that the claims process is a nuisance.
It is.
It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
This is yes, it is an extra fee, but it's a sense of comfort that you will get your money back within 30 days, as I said. And the process is much more smooth. You contact us, we get in touch with UPS, problem solved. So, that's something that I want you to consider. All the customers that I have love it. It's very effective, as I said. So, do you think that you know, that UPS Capital and taking those hours off the telephone from your other employees would be a benefit to your company.
Oh, definitely, for the time we spend on claims, if there's any way that would make it a shorter time frame, would be much. Can you explain to I'm unclear on the difference between the liability that you mentioned at 10,000 and insurance. What, you know, why, you know, if the shipment is $8,000, why would I need additional insurance if, like, the carrier liability is like $10,000, as you said?
Okay, yeah, so with the max carrier liability, without insurance, like you said, for your example, your, the max carrier liability is 10,000, your shipment's worth 8,000. In the event a damage does occur, and you want to go through the claims process, we also act as an advocate on your behalf. So what I would do is you would let me know, you say this shipment got damaged, I would provide you with the BOL, the proof of delivery, the invoice, as well as a claims form. I'd also give you the number and the contact information with that carrier on who to contact and who to submit the claim information with. Now, this would be a smoother process than what you're currently doing with Conway, waiting hours on the phone. As I said, I would work on my part of the duty to provide you with the information you need. And yes, as all goes to plan, you would get your money back, that $8,000 that you said.
So the only difference with the UPS insurance is that the time frame on getting the claims resolved?
That is I would say with UPS, it is a more definitive way to make sure you will get paid without damage. As you've experienced the claim process, carrier to carrier, it's a difficulty to deal with them, to discuss claims. My advice to my customers, if their products are prone to damages, is to purchase insurance. It's a much more certain way to make sure that you are going to get your money back in full. Now, like I said, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, so it's a company decision, and you know it's my job to give you my professional advice there. But
Okay, freeze.
I would also put in there that not only will they get their whole value of the freight, and this is something you'll learn along the way, but they're gonna get the cost of the, so the value of the product, the value of the freight, and then a 10% additional for their hassle. So it's definitely a nice feature that they're not getting from their carrier today.
Claim is just declared value, right? Up to a maximum. The claim is declared value up to a maximum. There's a max liability dependent on the carrier too.
Right.
So I mean, it could be even more of a limiting factor. But that's why there's that giant matrix you guys have on the board.
is that 10% extra based on the value of the product or the freight cost?
I think
It's on the
total
Overall?
it's your total insurance, yeah, what
Total
you
insurance?
claim. So if you claim $1,000, you're gonna get 10% more.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it just kind of separates you from.
That's what
Yeah.
it's just
I saw that you were trying to hint towards something.
I was giving you a little hint there.
I was trying to let you get there, I thought maybe you had
I
it.
didn't know, I just didn't know.
I'm like, okay, we're gonna interrupt now.
So, sorry, can I ask a question about that?
Go
So
ahead.
is that 10% only on freight claims, or is that on parcel as well?
It's only on freight claims, yeah.
Right,
Okay.
yeah,
Two questions.
not on the
Like
flex
parcels,
parcel.
it's all a whole different system, yes, sir.
This might be a dumb question, but, do you get paid on, like, carrier liability and insurance?
No.
Both? No,
Do
it's
you
one.
get paid on both?
UPS goes after the carrier after we've gone to UPS, or UPS Capital.
Yeah, they do the work for you.
They go to the carrier after, in the back.
Because they're an insurance company.
Okay,
That's how they
so
reimburse themselves.
that's a easy with it.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so no, to answer your question, it's not the same thing. Actually, not only will you get back the value of the product, the value of the freight, we also award you a 10% award or this bonus for dealing with the hassle of the whole damage process for wasting your time.
Excellent.
So when it comes to that extra $20, I would usually suggest to my customers it is worth that. So overall, are you comfortable with this insurance policy? Do you think it'd be a
I am now,
benefit?
yeah, now I think I understand it and understand the value of it.
Okay, great. Well, now I want to take the next step to the issues that they're having with the small parcel and FedEx. To reiterate, you have about 25 express shipments per week and about, what you said, about 3 times as many as that per ground.
Right,
So
yeah, in ground.
So you're looking at about 100 shipments every week with FedEx?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
more, probably about 120.
120.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, the issues you were having consisted of missed pickups, giving the FedEx employee incorrect packages, and like I said before, a lack of communication within your organization of who to contact when these problems occurred.
Correct.
Are those the main issues you're having
Mhm.
currently? Okay, great. Now, the solution that we have with UPS is as follows. Number one, there will be no confusion with express and ground. You will have one UPS ground man show up to your location every day at the same time, and you will provide him with all your shipments.
Oh, okay,
So
great.
there's no confusion with, yeah, you're the express guy, you're the ground guy, who are you, what's your name? Same guy, you'll know him, you can build a rapport with him, and he's gonna know you guys. I mean, he'll know your product, and a lot of my customers found that they actually build relationships with their UPS employees, so I think that'll help your employees with any confusion. They won't have to worry about which shipment's going where. It'll just be one big pile of shipments going to one guy.
That's good, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you see the benefit in that
Yeah,
as well.
that's another, labor cost for me, because sometimes it takes them a little bit to
Mhm.
separate everything correctly.
And again, the time wasted figuring out where that shipment went,
Mhm.
that's time back rewarded to your company. Now, on top of that, when a damage occurs, and with these small parcels, we also offer UPS Capital, small parcel, and how that works is it's a 85-cent charge for $100 of value. And like I said before, it works the same way as the freight when it comes back to getting your money back. Very cost effective, very standard insurance agreement. Would insurance be something that you would also want to look into with the small parcel?
Maybe on some of them, yes, some of the, ones that we know have had damage on that route before.
Okay.
But
Great.
I don't think we would, insure like our ground or anything, but we might do on some of them.
Okay.
Is there a standard insurance that's for free with UPS?
Freeze.
Up to $100.
Up to $100 free insurance? Yes, I'm glad you asked. Anything up to $100 is free insurance.
Okay.
So for your smaller packages, as you said,
Okay,
you
great.
can insure on those.
And you might distinguish between declared value and insurance, right? What is a normal UPS customer get?
Declared value.
They get declared value. With us, they get insurance, okay? So all of our packages are insured through UPS Capital. If you're 99% chance that you're a FedEx customer or a UPS customer, it's declared value, which is a big difference because declared value is managed by the carrier. Insurance is managed through an insurance company, which is UPS Capital. Okay, so our insurance is better than declared value. Does that make sense to you guys?
I get it conceptually, but do you have an example in practice, like how much of a difference it would make? Like if what
Yeah,
the shipment-
because it's the same thing with freight, except for the 10%.
Okay.
UPS Capital is going to go after UPS,
the carrier.
the carrier, okay? So you're gonna get paid much quicker with the insurance
Got it.
option, versus with the carrier option.
And it's still the same maximum, it's just like on the freight side of the parcel. Carrier liability maximum, just like on declared value?
You know what, like, if they're $30,000 shipments,
I'm just, depending on what they think the value of whatever they're shipping is.
yes, you would have to prove what.
There are stipulations, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, that is a benefit, okay?
It's a positive,
Big
it's a
difference.
plus, yeah.
Okay, so, like I was saying, I think we just, kind of agreed that the one UPS guy is definitely gonna help your employees who are having a tough time adapting to FedEx. There's really no adaptation process. One guy comes and you're just gonna be able to give him your shipments.
Mhm. Well, there will be, our biggest challenge will be the change in technology. I think I mentioned to you that our folks are, a little technological challenged, and so that'll probably take some time.
Of course, and when it comes down to the online system, it's something that I'll be happy to meet with them, and whoever is in charge of processing these shipments, I can show them our online tool. It's very, very simple. hopefully, it'll be easier